And hello, welcome. This is ECC Week 9, bringing you two matches tonight, two series, and we have an all South African caster booth with myself, Greybeard, and Muzz. I haven't cast with you in an age, Muzz.
It's been an absolute young minute there, Greybeard. Yeah, definitely exciting ECC season on action on tonight. It's been a long time.
I've been looking at this table, and it's quite something. The number of points separating first place and seventh place. Well, if we actually go first place and eighth place is 3 points. I think all the teams battling out here, every victory counts. And the first game, it's going to be a tough night here for Valor Esports. They're going to play they have to play two series. They're playing now the team in first place, which is irrelevant. And then right after it, they're playing Last Wind, who's in second place. And if they win these two, they will go first or second place. They're right in a playoff slot. So everything to play for them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we look at the Valor Esports seventh place, like you said, 2-point difference, right? They could win both these games, right? They could beat Irrelevant, they could beat Last Win, they could leapfrog all the way to the top, essentially. We've got Irrelevant, they're number one. We've got Last Win, they're number two. So they've got everything to win, or maybe everything to lose, with Valor Esports having everything to win, Ryan. I'm not sure kind of which way you'd like to dangle that, but Valor Esports, I suppose, are kind of our underdog right now, and they could leapfrog basically into the top three if they win both series tonight.
Well, you know what? Technically, they're the underdog, but I think practically they're right in there. I mean, it's Relevance got out of 8 series of 1-6, so they're doing really, really well. And Valor out of 7 series of 1-4, so not as good. They're sort of closer to the 50-50 win-loss ratio, but I think it's close enough that you can't say, okay, Irrelevant are going to come out here and bang it and wrap it all up. If Valor are having a good day, they could push Irrelevant really hard. But having said that, I'm always a big fan of the underdog. So this is me hoping they will take a win.
Yeah, but now I suppose the opposite is true. Valor playing 2 series tonight. If they lose both of the series, between now and 9:30, that's going to be really, really bad for them in the camp. The morale's going to be down. They're going to drop, to an 8th, 9th place, even under RC Neptune and Irrelevant Black as well. So definitely a lot for them to play for, it seems like.
Yeah, I think if they lose one and win the other, they're still in it. They lose both, I think they're pretty much at the point of like saying goodbye to the playoffs. So a lot more in it for them than Irrelevant right now. But here we are. So who've we got on the rosters here? We are seeing, oh, look at this early shot! All right, so we have Bossa Lassa, Drizzleton, and Serenity.
Yeah, coming out for the Irrelevant Esports team, and then in orange, SLK, Phoenix, and Papa Body here for Valor Esports. And like you already said there, Greybeard, Valor Esports already taken an early shot on just trying to get in the back of this blue net. We're going to see what happens here as Charm keeps it out. Valor Esports, like we've already said, they need to pick up the double win tonight. We're going to see if that's possible. Of course, best of 5. So we're going to see what happens here. Hopefully a couple of predictions come out in chat, and we can see who's back in the 7th place underdogs. We're going to see what happens.
Okay, well, Valor so far having the best of the action in terms of territorial pressure. So they're coming out swinging. They seem to be at a slightly higher pace right now than Irrelevant. But hopefully they're not going to burn themselves too quickly with the high-paced stuff. But now an opportunity. Irrelevant. Oh, the demo in front opens an opportunity. Charm! Oh, SLK gets in the way. And okay, so it looks like Irrelevant now coming to the party, putting on some pressure of their own.
Yeah, and really good there for Valor Esports just to try get the defense, keeping out Charm there, but kind of quick counter-attack coming at you, as well as SLK is going to try aerial this ball across the length of the field. Oh, close there from Papa Body, but you see the double commit there from Irrelevant Esports as well there. So I think it's going to be tough to get goals for either side of these teams. I think, we're going to see a lot of maybe triple to double commits coming out from both sides, Ryan. And then, maybe we're going to see kind of these very low scoring games, just kind of 1-2.
Well, my experience with this sort of level of play is that it starts off a little bit kind of sloppy. But as we talk, look at this work from Charm. It takes his time, fakes out one defender, and then just pops it round the last. CT Cam beaten on the goal line, and Irrelevant, they're in it.
Then do you want Phoenix to kind of come out and maybe try, rush the striker, or, kind of did he get played there?
I think there's an argument for either, but probably gave him a bit too much time on the ball. But it's a tough place to be because you're the last man back. So you're trying to give as much time for yourself to save the ball. So you want to be on your goal line when it comes in. But it's you never want to be abandoned like that. Now Charm having a second crack at it, pops it up, and SLK. And now that time Valor Esports properly positioned all the players back to defend that. And now they're trying to transition out, but they're struggling right now. They had a good pacey start, but the last 45 seconds have been dominated by pressure from Irrelevant, and they have been rewarded 2-0.
Yeah, Irrelevant Esports, just beautiful play there from the whole team. You saw Serenity, or I think it was Charm passed infield there to Trizzle10. Then between Charm and Trizzle10, they just, got the 2-1, popped it in back of the net. Good interplay between the whole team there from Irrelevance. So just kind of catching Valor Esports, napping a little bit at the back there. You can see the double commits. You can see kind of like you mentioned earlier, stuck on that goal line as they're not able to come out a little bit. And we're not really seeing Valor Esports cross the mid-line an awful lot as well. So definitely getting kept in their own half. And Irrelevant Esports has Serenity. Close to almost walking it in. They did get blocked out. But would have been a third goal already there for Irrelevant.
Oh my word, there it is. Yeah, Papa Barty is quite a key player for Valor, and he's been very quiet in this game. Hasn't featured a lot in the offensive plays going forward, and I think he's going to want to assert himself a little bit more to make an impression. But right now, Valor's plan to get into that playoff zone is off to a very rocky start. 3 goals behind, and right now a minute to find something to come back, and I don't know that they find it. Charm now looking for the pass. It's right in front. SLK. I think that's the 3rd or the 4th time he's bailed his team out on the goal line. Keeping the score could have been a lot higher, but it's 3 goals, and I don't know. Papa Barty, is this when he comes to the party? The rhyme not intended, but some good potential pressure here, but they've relinquished it now. Serenity, look at this carry all the way! He gets it in! What a play, Muzz, my word.
Yeah, no, I mean, the aerial play, they're coming out from Serenity, just the mechanical play, dribbles it the whole way in. SLK couldn't do anything, and now we look at Serenity, 3 goals from 4 shots, right? So he's got the hat-trick, basically, through Irrelevant Esports in the backpack, said, come along for the ride. And Serenity now has also passed the big 500 mark as well. So, let's see, I think for the remainder of the series, if Serenity is going to be carrying Irrelevant Esports the whole way and dashing the dreams of Valor. But yeah, Valor definitely, game 1 is looking dashed already, 4 goals to nothing. Of course, could be a quick best of 5. We're going to see if we do get the complete sweep, or this is Division 1, so we can expect big things coming up from the underdogs. Valor Esports. Hopefully, we're going to see some plays, Greybeard, coming out from these lads. But definitely, game 1, that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for them, and their early play, you felt it deserved at least 1 goal, but they have been completely shut out this game, and perhaps Muzz, their record in this league, kind of indicative of a team that struggles with consistency, sort of very close to that 50-50 win-loss ratio. So struggling a little bit, but early on, it looked quite promising. The first 1.5 to 2 minutes, they were there, they were in it, they looked like they might score, but once Irrelevant kind of got into the swing of things, they pretty much shut out Valor for the rest of the game, piling up 4 goals It looks like a struggle right now for Valor, but Rocket League, things can swing very quickly.
Oh yeah, no, we know that the gods over at Psyonix, they can do crazy things, and I think we're going to see Valor Esports hopefully maybe quite warmed up, and they're going to come back. Obviously, only 3 shots between the whole team. I think more possession, obviously, Greybeard would be great for them. They got stuck in their own half, didn't really get onto the blue side all too often, and of course, if you're not holding onto the ball, you can't really score goals. As straightforward as that. So we're going to see between Papa Body Phoenix and SLK if they can do anything, or do Irrelevant Esports have their number.
Well, let's go, Commandos. It's howling time. Oh, good kickoff. SLK with the follow, but his sights are off target. That was an open net, and that would have been a beautifully ideal start to get things kicked off, but not to be. And now they've got defensive work to do after that kickoff opportunity. Oh, this is awkward. Trizzletan's up. It's a double commit. They're scrambling here. They survive for now. But if they can't get this out securely, they're going to be under immediate pressure, which they are. SLK now, what can he do? Yeah, go.
No, I was going to say, you already mentioned in the first game as well, SLK kind of is making sure that he's strong at the back, is keeping the ball out. So I think we're going to see a lot of defense coming out here from SLK. Hopefully, not too many goals in this game at least are going to pass, the back line of Valor Esports, and maybe, it's going to be SLK as that big third-man defender, so we're going to see what happens here. But already kind of this onslaught coming out from Irrelevant, it's just tireless. They keep pushing.
And it's that slow pressure cooker of territorial possession and possession pressure that eventually just wears out a team. And SLK, again, as he has done valiantly, trying to take the ball to the other side and not quite getting there. And it's so tough for Valor, Muzz. They have to play these 2 series. If they win this, they go into the second. Oh, they will finally score! Phoenix will bang home into the empty net. And this will do the confidence the world of good. SLK with the pass off the back wall. The first goal of the series. They have a lead.
Yeah, beautiful read there coming up from Phoenix. SLK, thank you for the touch off the back wall. Found you in the midfield. I think we also had Papa Barty. They're just confusing one of the defenders at the back. So just kind of open nets for them, which is great. But a lead for Valor Esports is what we need. I think they want a bit of the safety net here so they can try secure game 2. And they're doing already much better against Irrelevant Esports. They kind of haven't conceded in a minute and a half. And, they've put on the first goal as well, which I think is going to be very important for these guys.
Well, the worrying thing for the immediate future for Valor is that this is about the point that Irrelevant stepped up their game in game 1 and started scoring all those goals. But so far, Valor continued to hold them off. SLK into the middle, finds Papa Barty, but a little bit high and loose. They do have some territorial now, but they conceded and they're right back against their goal line again.
Yeah, I think Valor Esports, they are taking shots, but it just doesn't seem to be on target. You kind of want that accuracy just to be a little bit higher. Find the mark. Oof, Phoenix almost coming up the midfield again and as that second man. So I think we've got to watch out for Phoenix here. It's very dangerous in the midfield.
No.
Walked it in, Trizzletan.
This is so unfortunate. SLK's touch betraying him there a little, and they were pushed up high. The rotation. Third man not making his way back to cover SLK, what SLK was trying to do. And man, they're punished, and now we have a level game, and this is a scary time. And there has got to be a high priority from Valor right now. Don't concede. Weather the storm that's coming now and find the opportunity, but don't be pushing high up like they just were and where they were caught out. Because if they go behind now, I think they really struggle to get back in this game.
Yeah, and that's the thing between Trizzletan and Charm, they're so kind of quick on the offense. If you kind of are a bit too deep, like you said, and they're just not, getting a third man back defensively, you're going to get scored on. Whether that's a long goal, whether someone's going to be able to walk it in like Trizzletan earlier, it's going to be dangerous. I mean, you look at Charm already with a decent catch, and just push this ball so quickly. Oh goodness, I'm talking about Trizzletan.
Yeah, but look at this work here from Charm. Look at this touch, gets it right in front, setting up a not the most difficult goal he'll score. So great work from Charm to set that up. And now here we go. Valor behind and struggling. And whatever happens in this series obviously carries over to into the next. If they lose it, that's a tough one to pick yourself up. If they win it, they're feeling pretty pumped going into that next one. But right now, their backs are up against it.
No, yeah, as I said, especially with the last one being second place as well, if this is a tough fixture, that's going to be a tough fixture as well. And I think that you need to be walking into the next game, or this next series anyhow, feeling quite pumped up. Phoenix already taken another shot and they kept up by Serenity. I found Serenity to be playing a bit of a slower game this time around. The backpacks here on Charm and Trizzle Tan this time around. Serenity's just been the third man, kind of more passive. Still instrumental, but hasn't really shown himself too much in this game.
Yeah, well, I don't know what Valor do here. Oh no, Papa Barty's awkward! He can't get himself recovered in time, and a shot that really should have been saved. Papa Barty making his way back to the goal. We've all done it, trips over the post, and finds himself completely unable to get a touch away from net. And the tough job just keeps getting tougher for Valor out here.
Yeah, and SLK made an attempt, right? We saw him go up, and then like you said, you tripped over the goal line. That's actually the best line I've heard. You feel like you've got your trainers on and both laces are undone. And that was Papa Barty there at the back, kind of a save that should have been saved, since Serenity also kind of got it at a bit of an awkward angle, and there was almost a bit of a redirect into the back. The goal was, wow, the comeback from Papa Barty though, he made up for that very quickly.
All right, they've not left themselves a lot of time. The shot toward goal, it was a bit of a cluster around the post there, but it clattered around, found its way in. 21 seconds for Valor to do it. Can they? Oh, Papa Barty missing. I don't know if that was a deliberate fake on the kickoff. I don't think so. But it is in the right half for Valor. The demo, Papa Barty up. No one on the end of it. Serenity misses. Surely someone can get there. Trizzletan will take as long as he possibly can on that air dribble. Barty into the middle, no one on the end of it. The ball's still up, but now it's on the wrong side of the pitch. SLK, long touch, and Irrelevant just let the ball bounce. And it is 2-0. Now it is a proper hard job, Muzz, for Valor. They're the 7th place team up against the first team, and they've put themselves in the position of having to perform a reverse sweep somehow against the top team.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing easy about the reverse sweep, but I mean, let's go back to Papa Barty passing in the midfield. SLK wasn't there. SLK was so deep in his own corner. It looked like a fantastic pass infield, and then no one to collect. Of course, Phoenix was towards the blue goals as well. So I feel like, when you kind of need to at least force the OT, you may as well throw all the bodies up to the front and see what can happen. And SLK was all the way back in his own 100 pad, and maybe not really risking it enough to try get out the W there. So yeah, down by 2. This is kind of a really serious point. Not looking the best for Valor Esports.
Yeah, but they're still in it. They've got this game to turn it around. And Irrelevant seem to be late starters. Early on, they sort of seem to wake up around the end of minute 3. Then they turn up the juice. They've done it in 2 games. And if Valor can take advantage during the slow time in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, and give themselves a 2-goal lead, there or thereabouts, perhaps they can do enough to tighten up at the back and hold on. But that's just a theory, and here they are playing very high up. They're scrambling back. Charm pops it over one. SLK, as he has done numerous times, will get the touch away. But here it comes again. Trizzletan in front of the net, cleared away by Phoenix. Shot on net, and again Phoenix with the touch away. This is not where they want to be. A lot of scrambly work having to be done on their own goal line.
Yeah, now I wonder, Greybeard, as well, are we going to find Valor Esports just been very defensively minded here? You've already seen second man, yes! Papa Barty, well, so much for defensively minded.
And there we go, Papa Barty starting to come to the party. He started that play, and then the touch by SLK, passing it off the back wall, finished by Papa Barty. And this is good. And now they've got to be so cautious about playing too deep, too high up, and getting scored on. They've got to hold on to this lead for dear life. And then just not be overly aggressive, Muzz, looking for the opportunity to score again. They definitely want to do that, because come the end of minute 2, I think we will definitely see some goals from Irrelevant. So one's not going to be enough, and this is good pressure coming from them right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of high risk, high reward, right? You know, they have to try win this game to stay alive in this series. But, you know, if they kind of stay at the back so much, double commit, and just, you know, save as many goals as they did in that first minute, you know, then they kind of aren't going to be, they're going to be closing the window to try win out this game. So, you know, it's tough for Valor Esports now. You kind of have to play the balancing game of, do you throw bodies to the front, try get more goals there off Papa Body like you did so well. But, you know, do you try not to concede? And that's, you know, that's difficult, because we know this Irrelevant Esports team, they're so sharp in the front. Oh, but SLK, okay, sharp in the front.
My word, this is fantastic. It looks like Valor are waking up. The pass from Phoenix, SLK, what a touch to get the finish. And there they've done it. They've got the 2-goal cushion. But this is the time that Irrelevant likes to get into the game. Valor need to be so tight, so cautious at the back, because strap in, Irrelevant are going to be coming at them, and coming at them very, very hard in the next 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, can't be resting on your laurels at all, so hopefully Valor maybe even put on a third just for cushion would be great. Let's see what's going to happen here. Already you see Irrelevant Esports in their half. Serenity tries to take the shot on Charm as well, usually good in the box. It does get blocked out. Better game for Valor Esports, that's for sure.
Oh no, this is the best game of the series for them, without a doubt. And a little bit more physical. The Charm is a very dangerous player, and he was just bumped off the play that he was setting up, which was very good. Trizzletan now trying to bring it in. Serenity, can he get the pass in? He does! Charm tries to go up for it, but it's cut away and sent to the other side. Much, much better from Valor now. But they're allowing Irrelevant to get into the half and spend too much time here. But this is good from Phoenix. Does he get the read off the wall for the pass into the midfield? He gets it past one. Trizzletan picks it up. Does he get the double? Of course he does. What a shot. What a read. And now it's down to 1 goal. And here we go. Irrelevant wake up in the last third of the game, as they've done for 3 games in a row.
Yeah, no, they seem to kind of only really get into their steers, like you said, halfway through. You know, they kind of dangle with the food a little bit and say, you know, fine, go up by 2, we're okay with that. You know, we're going to come back in fantastic fashion, as you see Trizzletan with that double touch. So hopefully this is not going to be the end of Valor Esports, as they are still up by 1 goal. So we can see what happens as Charm does get the demo onto Phoenix. But definitely a little bit more urgency from Valor Esports is needed. They're going to, I think a third is going to at least help them. Try potentially.
Now, of course it will. The bump out, Charm! Look, SLK, sorry about that, Muzz. Jumping over you there, but look at the pressure from Irrelevant is so intense. But maybe an opportunity for a third. Oh my, but they're holding on for dear life so far, Muzz.
No, there they are. 1 minute left. We see what's going to happen, yeah?
All right, well, it's in the right half for Valor. Charm banging it high and forward. Barty's last back gets a very important touch. Charm! It's blocked, but it's still high and loose in the middle. Trizzletan will get it home. And are they setting up to break the hearts of Valor? The double commit there completely put them out. SLK alone in net, trapped on 1 corner, couldn't do a whole hell of a lot. Oh, and they have given up their 2-goal lead with 45 seconds to go.
I mean, you know, Greybeard, what's happening here is that Irrelevant Esports have played from behind, but they've already taken 8 shots. So they've had more shooting opportunities than Valor Esports, and that means you can score more goals. And, you know, we don't see Valor Esports here with enough possession to try and make those shots, and they're just struggling. And either we're going to go to overtime here, or we're going to see a ridiculous last-second goal, and it might just go to Irrelevant Esports by the way they're playing.
Yeah, I just fear the way they play in the back end of the game, all the momentum is with them right now. But this is good for Valor. Phoenix! Oh, we can't get it on target. SLK shot goes high and loose over the net, but Charm will get it away. The clock has run down. Unless something amazing happens, we are going to have overtime. SLK does keep it up, trying to bring it around the corner. Twizzletan will send it all the way to the other side, and it will bounce. We have a Game 3 overtime.
Here we go, so the golden goal. Right, this is going to be tough. You know, does Valor Esports get it in? Hopefully it can. Second man. That's what I kind of don't find here from Valor Esports. There's not always a man very decisively in the middle of the field coming up from second or third, trying to put those balls away.
Here we go! Oh. There it is! Phoenix will take down Irrelevant after 20 seconds of overtime. But again, SLK involved with the pass and then also making his way into net. And I'm not sure the bump helped or not, but certainly the presence and pressure would have distracted that goalie. Wow, and almost, geez, they hung on there, but they, with their fingernails, they have clawed their way back onto the ledge of the cliff, and they have gotten one back, and now they just focus on the next game, Muzz.
Yes, and you know, like the Phoenix, Valor Esports rise from the ashes. Beautiful, beautiful golden goal there, Greybeard. Yes, so you know, do we get the reverse sweep? Are we kind of excited? Or are they going to get pushed to Game 5? Or you know, or do we see Relevant Esports say, "No, we're going to shrug that off. This is a 3-1 series. We got this." They had all the shots, as you can see, but yo, no, good game that.
Yeah, look, and we need to be very cautious about getting ahead of ourselves here. This is very much so far, despite that win, this has been Irrelevant's series. They've performed really, really well, and they went a little bit of the run of play. They played like they've played every game where they've taken a long time to get into it. They leveled it up, but what was good to see from Valor and why that was such a good game for them is that they continued to press and they were tighter in their back half and in defense generally. Oh, the bump! Oh, it was going to be cleared off the goal line. So if they can repeat that, they want to score early, score as many times as they can in the first 2 minutes. Oh, one there possibly before Irrelevant get right back into it, as they always tend to do.
Yeah, no, if we're going to see Valor Esports just getting that cushion again, maybe putting 2 early ones in would be great. You know, instead of Twizzletan getting the bumps, if we can just see Barty or SLK getting this bump, set in a Phoenix in that mid again, you know, coming up as that second man, then of course, you know, Valor Esports can push the envelope. But of course, you know, we do know that Irrelevant Esports like to get warmed up slowly. You know, we're looking at that 2.5-minute mark where they're going to be scoring goals. So maybe they're just leaving the showstopper for us in Game 4. You know, it's just showmanship.
Well, perhaps, but it all comes down to this. Despite their win in the last game, their backs remain up against the wall. They're one game away from losing this series and possibly burning their playoff chances, depending on how it goes in the next series. But they've got to win this, and they've just got to play what's in front of them. We've had a minute and a half. We haven't had a goal, and that's good for Valor. But the longer they leave it, the more dangerous it becomes. They've got to get a goal. They've got to score, I really do think, first. But here they come. Twizzletan cuts it out. Oh, the demos! SLK will get rid of it. But yeah, mostly a lot of sort of back and forth play right now. Opportunities on either, but the booming balls kind of keeping it end to end right now.
Yeah, no kind of control coming out from any players where they're just trying to dribble the ball, get past the defender. It's just like you said, getting boom downfield, you know, swapping position here and there. Twizzletan getting shots on. Nice save by Charm though. Papa Body having a crack at it. First kind of real attempt coming out from Valor Esports as well.
Well, that was the first period of a small period of sustained pressure, and that was very good from Valor. Had 2 excellent shots on net, 2 very good saves, keeping the score line. And this is the longest we have been without a goal. We're headed to the halfway mark, and it is 0-0. But the longer it remains goalless, I think the more tense Valor become, because they know if they go behind, they're really going to struggle. Phoenix! Oh, Papa Barty Serenity will get the touch away. But this is good. The demo in front. SLK off the back wall. Phoenix trying to bring it around the corner. Doesn't get there. And now they scramble back. and the pressure play for now at least over, and here come Irrelevant.
Yeah, I like the fact that Valor Esports are just risking a little bit more. They're making sure they try to get up front. You see between Papa Body and Phoenix as well. They're taking the shots. They're trying to risk it a little bit more. I think that's going to be advantageous to them because I think they can crack this Irrelevant Esports defense if they can just throw themselves around the front. Phoenix, CT Cam, up front they're doing so much work. Already taking 2 shots for his team. Oh, SLK with a beautiful save.
All right, this is now, I'm getting a little tense now because the closer it gets to the end, the more likely it is that the first goal will be the last and the winning goal. And that is a nervy place for Valor to be. Trizzletan is going to bang it forward. Charm! But Phoenix makes sure the shot doesn't go anywhere. But it's a little bit volatile in the wrong half for Valor. They try and get it out now. Who's going to get on the end of this? Trizzletan and Phoenix go up. Now it's in the blue half. Barty looking for a disruptive play in the middle. There's SLK looking for a shot. Is blocked out. Phoenix now down off the backboard. Cleared by Trizzletan. Good pressure coming from Valor. Can they make it count? They have been behind in the show. They have been behind in the shot count every single game. But in the end, it is the goals that count. Are we going to have a 0-second over, a 0 goal overtime, Buzz?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm predicting the 1-0, right? We're going to 1-0. Phoenix, he's done phenomenal. 3 shots are coming out for him. But yeah, definitely. Second overtime of the series. Oh, unless it's Trizzletan. Oh, well. My heart's breaking in my chest.
Oh, man, that is so tough for Valor. It is Irrelevant that break the deadlock. 25 seconds. Oh, man. Well, you know what? You made the point in the second game. They do need to throw everything at it. There is no point. They've got no time to build a pressure play. They have got to bang. They've got to throw everybody up and hit that ball as hard and long as they possibly can. 10 seconds now. They're going to go out of the series unless they can make this play. Coming forward, count. Phoenix, can he bring around the corner? He does. It's high and loose in the middle. Papa Barty's up to the opposite corner. Phoenix trying to bring it back. SLK, the ball is still up. This is do or die. Last chance. And sadly for Valor, it is die. And Irrelevant will extend their record to 7 wins and just 2 losses. Valor, you see, leaving the lobby fairly quickly, and you can't blame them. That was tough. They did well in that game, but when you concede 25 seconds from time in a game you must win, it is hard. But the story for me comes down to the shots in terms of, again, in this game, 2 shots from Valor, 4 from Irrelevant. And that's been the story every game. Just more aggression, more shots on goal from Irrelevant. And they take it. They were absolutely the better team.
Yeah, and I mean, heartbreaking to see, kind of 4.5 minutes into such a tense final game, Trizzletan says, nope, thank you, we're going to pop it in from that left-hand side. That's all that counts, right? He only took 2 shots, but he made the 1 goal that obviously meant the most. So yeah, that's going to be Irrelevant Esports taking the series 3-1 in Greybeard, what was such a tense series as well. But now, for Valor Esports, they have to go on to a second series against the 2nd seed. And I don't know right now kind of if the confidence is a little shaken after that.
Well, they've got about 20 minutes to deal with it. Of course, their confidence is shaken. I mean, if they win this series, they go into that 2nd series on a high and feeling good with a lot of momentum. Now they have to overcome momentum in the wrong direction and mentally, spiritually, physically get back in there, somehow put it behind them and just take the next game. They have to win this next one. So they can't be licking wounds. They just got to move forward. And yeah, they've got 25 minutes to get it together and come out swinging.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to head to a break. And then, of course, we're going to have that 2nd series. Don't go anywhere.